this video, we're answering a question a lot of homeowners ask when their policy renews. Why did my home insurance go up without a claim? Homeowners insurance premiums have been rising across the country, and many people are seeing higher renewal costs even if they didn't file a claim or make any changes to their home. So why does this happen? I'm Erin from Insurance Wise. Let's get into it. The short answer: why insurance premiums increase. The answer is that homeowners insurance pricing isn't based only on your individual history. Insurance companies price policies based on overall risk. That includes things like rebuilding costs, regional disaster trends, weather patterns, and even inflation. So even if you personally haven't filed a claim, the risk environment around your home may have changed. For example, if construction costs rise, it becomes more expensive for insurance companies to rebuild damaged homes. If storms, fires, or other disasters increase in your region, insurers may adjust pricing across many policies to reflect that higher risk. And sometimes premiums increase simply because the cost of providing insurance coverage has increased overall. Understanding that bigger picture helps explain why your premium can change even when nothing about your own home appears to be different. Walking through a real homeowner's insurance. Now, instead of just talking about this in theory, let's actually look at how homeowners insurance policies are structured in real life. If you want to follow along with me, click the link below to open Lemonade, and we are going to walk through their homeowners insurance page together. What homeowners insurance is designed to protect. So here we have one less headache when closing on a new home. So what they're describing here is the core purpose of homeowners insurance. Owning a home comes with a lot of financial responsibility, and insurance exists to protect homeowners from large, unexpected losses involving the home. Homeowners insurance isn't meant to cover small repairs or normal maintenance. Instead, it's meant to protect against major events like storms, fires, theft, and other unexpected damage. This protection is primarily centered around something called dwelling coverage, which protects the structure of the home itself. So now let's scroll down. So in this section, you can see examples of how homeowners insurance is meant to protect different aspects of a property. For example, they show situations where your home itself is damaged. That coverage helps repair structural damage caused by covered events. They also show examples of coverage for other structures. That can include things like detached garages, sheds, or fences on your property. If a covered event damages your home to the point where you can't stay there while repairs are happening, homeowners insurance often includes loss of use coverage. Loss of use coverage can help pay for temporary housing or living expenses while repairs are being completed. This might include hotel stays, rental housing, or other necessary costs associated with living somewhere else temporarily. Reason number one: rebuilding costs have increased. One of the biggest reasons homeowners insurance premiums increase is rising rebuilding costs. When an insurance company insures your home, they're calculating how much it would cost to rebuild it if it were destroyed. That includes construction materials, labor, permits, and other rebuilding expenses. Over the past several years, construction costs have increased significantly in many areas. Materials like lumber, steel, and concrete have become more expensive. Labor costs for contractors and builders have also increased. When rebuilding costs rise, insurance companies often increase dwelling coverage limits to make sure your home is properly protected. And when coverage increases, premiums often increase as well. This is one of the most common reasons homeowners see higher insurance costs even without filing a claim. Reason number two: increased weather and disaster risk. Another major factor is changes in weather and disaster risk. Insurance companies constantly analyze data about storms, wildfires, hurricanes, flooding, and other natural disasters. If an area experiences more frequent or more severe disasters, insurers may adjust pricing across policies in that region. Reason number three: inflation and insurance industry costs. Another factor homeowners don't always think about is general inflation within the insurance industry. Insurance companies pay for things like claims processing, repairs, contractor work, legal costs, and property damage settlements. When the cost of those services increases, the cost of providing insurance coverage can increase as well. Just like other industries, insurance companies adjust pricing over time to reflect the cost of doing business. This means that even if nothing about your home changes, premiums may still increase slightly as the overall cost environment changes. Reason number four: changes to your coverage. Another reason your premium might increase is changes to your policy coverage. Sometimes coverage limits are adjusted automatically to keep up with inflation or rebuilding costs. For example, your dwelling coverage may increase slightly each year to reflect rising construction prices. If your coverage limit increases, your premium may increase too. Some policies also include optional coverages or endorsements that may affect pricing. Reviewing your policy during renewal can help you understand exactly what coverage levels you have and whether anything has changed. Reason number 5, regional insurance trends. Sometimes premium increases are driven by broader insurance market trends. If insurance companies experience higher claim payouts in a region, they may adjust pricing across many policies to balance risk. So this doesn't necessarily mean you personally filed a claim. It simply reflects the overall risk environment the insurer is operating in. Insurance pricing is influenced by large data sets involving thousands of homes, weather patterns, repair costs, and claim histories. So even if your individual home hasn't changed, those broader trends can still affect your policy price. What homeowners can do when premiums increase. First, review your policy coverage to make sure the limits still make sense for your situation. Look at your dwelling coverage, deductibles, and any optional coverages included in the policy. Second, consider whether adjusting your deductible might help reduce your premium. A higher deductible can sometimes lower the overall cost of insurance. Third, it can be helpful to compare quotes from different insurance providers. Different companies evaluate risks differently, and pricing can vary between insurers. Reviewing your options can give you a better sense of what coverage costs look like for your specific home. How to get a homeowner's insurance quote. Now let's quickly walk through what getting a quote actually looks like. If you click the Lemonade link below in the video, you'll be taken to their quote flow. So I'm going to scroll up and let's click on check our prices. So now we'll see here, it says, hey, I'm Maya. Do you already have a Lemonade account? So this is the first screen. Lemonade introduces you to their AI assistant named Maya, who guides you through the quote process. Here you'll simply select whether you have an account or not. So I will put no. Next it says, I'll get you an awesome price in minutes, ready to go. And here it'll ask for your first and last name. So make sure you put your first and last name. Also, the reason they collect this information is simply to begin building your quote profile. So insurance companies need some basic information in order to calculate coverage options and pricing. So here it'll say, great to meet you, Erin. What's your home address? After answering a few more questions, Lemonade will generate a homeowner's insurance quote based on the information that you provided. From there, you'll be able to review the estimated premium, coverage limits, and deductible options. You can also adjust certain coverage levels to see how changes might affect the price of your policy. Some homeowners prefer a lower deductible with a higher premium, while others choose a higher deductible to reduce monthly costs. Lemonade also typically sends a copy of the quote to your email so you can review the coverage details later and decide whether the policy makes sense for your situation. This makes it easy to compare coverage options before committing to a policy. If you want to see how homeowners insurance coverage is structured for your own home, you can use the link below to check out Lemonade and walk through a quote yourself. It's one of the easiest ways to understand how insurers evaluate risk and how different coverage levels can affect your premium. If this video helped you understand why home insurance premiums increase, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more straightforward insurance guides. I'm Erin from Insurance Wise. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.